Alright, what's going on, everyone? So I'm trying to figure out this electrical issue I have with my car. Tomorrow is the day that I'd like to go ice drifting. But all hope is not lost, because yesterday I made an interesting discovery in my car, and I'll show you a clip of that now. Okay, so I may have found the culprit of my electrical issues here. So I realized that there is a clicking sound coming from the fuel pump area when I turn the ignition on. So I decided to take off this panel and just have a look. And that doesn't look right. So I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like there may have been a mouse in here at some point. So that's fun. Maybe a mouse chewed through some wires. Well, I'll clean it out and let you know what I find. So I looked through that mouse nest and cleaned it out, and I didn't really find anything. The fuel pump wiring seems fine. So I guess that's not the issue, but... So I was texting with my guy Justin last night, and so he knows a lot more about this stuff than I do. And so we tried to diagnose some things, and we got a little bit figured out, but definitely didn't get it running. But he is coming over tonight, and so hopefully he can help me figure this out in person. So maybe there's a chance that this thing goes drifting tomorrow. So fingers crossed, let's see what we can get done. Okay, so it's now Sunday afternoon. I didn't film anything yesterday because unfortunately we didn't get the car completely fixed. We did make some progress though. Well, I shouldn't say we because I didn't really do anything, but Justin made some progress, and the car does start and run now, which is definitely a step in the right direction, but it still doesn't let me rev it. So that's something we'll still have to figure out yet. But in the meantime, some of the guys are heading out to do some drifting today, and so I am actually going to take the Miata and hang out, and maybe I'll do some laps with it. I'll just have to be careful because I don't want to break it at all. So anyway, I'll take you guys along and should still be able to have a lot of fun. Alright, I made it out here to the lake. It's really cold out, so I don't know how long I'm going to want to stay outside, but try to get some clips for you guys. This place is so cool though. The guys have made 3 different tracks and they flow super nice for drifting. Yeah, this is awesome. So that's Devin in the blue BMW there. He's got the studded tires on like the ones I made for the Z, and that car is ripping. He's also got a ton of angle, and man, that thing looks so fun. Can't wait to get the Z out here and get those crazy speeds too. Alright, so Devin just let me go for a drive in his car, and holy crap, that thing is so much fun. I mean, I knew it would have a lot of grip because of the studs, but he's got the FDF angle kit on there, and man, that is crazy. I wasn't even using anywhere near all the angle because I'm not used to it. It feels like I'm going to spin out, but man, that's so cool. I definitely need some more angle on my car now. He's out there driving right now. Yeah, that car is just a blast to drive. I couldn't stop smiling the whole time. Yeah, so I just gotta say a big thank you to Devin and Justin for letting me thrash their car. I put it into a snowbank a couple times, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Alright guys, I think that's going to be pretty much it for today. That was a really good day. I did some driving in the Miata. I don't know if I have any clips of that, but if I do, you probably saw them already. Very good day. Lots of fun. Yeah, now I really just want to get the Z out here because, man, this is a lot of fun, and will be even more so when I can just thrash it and bang doors with these guys. So, yeah, time to get working on that, and hopefully I'll figure it out soon. Alright, so I told you guys that I would be daily driving my Miata this winter, and I'd like to share some thoughts with you on how it's going. Obviously, not a lot of people with Miatas drive them in these conditions, and I think maybe people think that they're worse than they actually are, and so, yeah, I'd just like to tell you from my perspective what I think, tell you everything that I like and what I don't like, and whether or not I think it's a good idea to drive one of these in the winter.
At the speed of light. If I made it to the constellations, I'd be hypnotized.
Now there's a cool winter car. I've always kind of wanted one of those. I think it would be a lot of fun. So it's the middle of January, which means here in Manitoba we've had about 2 months of winter conditions already. So yeah, I'll tell you my experience so far and how it's going.
Yeah. Lost in my thoughts, riding in the fair lane, speeding.
If we're going to talk about winter driving, obviously we need to talk about tires. So on my car, I have a very affordable set of stubless Rodex winter tires. I bought them brand new this fall, and they cost me about $400 Canadian. I was honestly not expecting much for traction, but they're surprisingly quite good. Now obviously I'm trying to make the car slide right now, but there's plenty of forward drive and it's very slippery out right now. It actually takes a decent amount of effort to make it slide. I was expecting it to be super slippery, but yeah, if you want to slide it, you gotta be on it. Now obviously with it being a rear-wheel drive car, you have to be careful with your throttle inputs. But if you're smooth, it's very controllable. And I've never gotten stuck in the snow with it either. We haven't had a terribly snowy winter by Manitoba standards, but still, I have put it to the test and I haven't had any issues yet.
Lost in my thoughts, riding in the fair lane, speeding. 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 in the evening.
Another common problem with these conditions is getting the car to start when it's really cold, and the Miata does not have a block heater. I have had some issues with the car not wanting to start in the morning when it's very cold out, but let me show you my solution. The battery in a Miata is in the trunk, which means it gets very cold and it doesn't really warm up when the engine runs. And so, I bought this battery warmer, which is basically just a blanket that you strap around the battery here, and it has a cord, and you plug that in overnight, and it warms up the battery to I think about room temperature, and yeah, it makes a huge difference. With this now I can go out when it's -30 and the car just starts right up. Well, it is a bit slower to start than normal, but hey, you can't really complain when it's -30. A common question that I've been asked is, what about the soft top roof? Doesn't it get cold in there? Does it even heat up properly? And I'm happy to say that this heater works very nicely. Once the engine's warm, it gets nice and toasty in here. Also, the roof really doesn't have any leaks. It seals very nicely. I don't even hear any whistling or anything while I'm driving. And as for the condition of the roof, it's holding up perfectly so far. Yeah, no cracks or anything. It's a pretty new roof, as I was told by the previous owner, and I can update you guys again at the end of winter, but yeah, super solid so far.
I've been spending time by myself, riding by myself, staying out the way, quiet is kept, drive through the city, me, myself, and I, going in circles so I'm dizzy, head still spinning, looking out the sunroof, earth to the stars. If I had a spacesuit, I would travel far. If I left this planet, I'd be traveling at the speed of light. If I made it to the constellations, I'd be hypnotized.
Okay, this is a big topic for a lot of people. What about the salt on the roads? Isn't the car gonna get super rusty? Well, yes, they do put salt on the roads here, and it's not good for our cars. But here's the thing, any car that you have is gonna get rusty, it's gonna get destroyed. And sure, maybe people care a bit more about a Miata than they do about their Toyota Camry. But the thing is, these cars aren't gonna last forever anyway, no matter what you do. Eventually they're gonna rust away, and just become scrap metal. I know this is probably a hot take, but my opinion is why not drive them as much as possible while we still have them? Like, I mean, it's not going to be here forever. Why not just have a lot of fun with it while I have it? And it's not like you can't do anything to prevent the rust either. You can just wash the car all the time, get the salt off as much as possible, and it'll definitely slow down the rust quite a lot. And there's also undercoatings that you can get as well if you want to go that route. It's not like the car's just going to disintegrate after driving it in the winter for a little bit. And it's a lot of fun, so I'd say it's worth it. I should probably also talk about the pop-up headlights, because I think the reason that they're not made anymore is because of winter. Obviously, if you would put them down and there's like freezing rain or something, then yeah, they might freeze shut. But all I do is just leave them open all the time, and it's never an issue.
Daydreaming, night dreaming. Lost in my thoughts, riding in a fast lane, speeding, lane speeding. 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 in the evening. Lost in my dreaming. Yeah, daydreaming, night dreaming. Lost in my thoughts, riding in a fast lane, speeding, lane speeding. Daydreaming, night dreaming. Lost in my thoughts, riding in a fast lane, speeding. Lost in my ride by myself, staying out the way.
So here's the ultimate question. Should you drive your Miata in the winter? I would say absolutely you should. It's so much fun. I hope you can tell from all the driving clips. That was a blast. Driving this car is just amazing. And I think it deserves to be taken out as much as possible. Now, obviously, if your car is slammed to the ground, then maybe driving it in a foot of snow is not the best idea. But this one on stock suspension and just some good winter tires is, man, it's just amazing. I love it.
Yeah, lately I've been spending time by myself, riding by myself, staying out the way, quiet as kept, drive through the city, me, myself, and I, going in circles so I'm dizzy, head still spinning, looking out the sunroof, earth to the stars. If I had a spacesuit, I would travel far. If I left this planet, I'd be traveling at the speed of light. If I made it to the constellations, I'd be hypnotized, fascinated with the high.
Alright, my phone just died, so I'll do this outro on the GoPro. But yeah, I hope you could tell how much fun that was, driving this car around, dripping in the snow. Yeah, this car just handles so good. It feels awesome to drive. Even in the snow, it handles amazing, just with some decent winter tires. I said I was gonna talk about some things that I don't like about driving this car in winter, but I can't actually think of any. This car is just awesome. I really don't have any cons to driving it in winter. Honestly, I think you can really drive any car in winter. As long as you have decent tires and the right mindset, any car can be a winter daily. So I hope this video inspires you to maybe take your cool car out of the garage a bit more often. Because in winter, I miss seeing the cool cars on the streets, and I think these cars just deserve to get taken out as much as possible. Okay guys, I'm going to end this video here. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.
Outermost going traveling at the speed of light. Outermost going traveling at the speed of light.